Hi, and welcome to A Stone's Throw Away. This is my February 14th reading for Libra. It's a bonus reading, and before we start, I would like to give a big shout out to Passion Water Tarot. Mama Do, I love you to pieces. You've been a big help. And this particular word came to me in a dream. Oh, if you like any of my jewelry, the links are down below with descriptions of what I'm wearing. They are all handmade by jewelers I know. I love my small business people. Much rather give my business to someone who, is actually feeding their kid with it, This is my new board. It came to me in a dream, and since I couldn't figure out how to do watercolor on fabric, we'll have this one for relationship readings until I'd figure that out. When the universe says, I want a watercolor background, you go, oh, but I'm no good at art, and you go, all right. So that's what we get. We'll be doing a relationship reading, and then we'll be doing a 3-card spread after we're done with the stones for Libra. And now without any further ado, let's pick some stones. Now, I do strongly suggest that you also watch your partner or potential partner's reading as well. And if neither that nor this one click, then watch your Venus and their Venus. Readers are only human, and at that level, and especially if you're very enmeshed with this partner, energies do get mixed up. So, it happens. And we're only human. So, I'm just picking things up till they stop tingling on me. And usually with with more than one person, there's a lot of stones, and I have tiny hands. So it gets a little difficult after a while. Alright. Especially when some of the big stones decide to come play. So, Libra, what have we got going today? Let's see. Alright, this one's a runner. So I know one thing that we're going to need to bring into the relationship today. So, anything above the line is going to be things that's working for your relationship. Anything below the line are things that aren't working for your relationship. This side is your partner. This side is you. Anything here in the middle are things that are working for both, or not working for both of you together. Anything outside are outside influences. So, let's start with your partner, and then we'll go to you, and then we'll go to the middle, and then we'll go to outside influences. So, starting with your partner, they've got a hidden strength that they are underutilizing. Often you can flip a hidden strength into a strength that they are then utilizing. They're feeling some envy. They've got a sadness. It's not like a really deep sadness. It's not a deep, dark depression, but there is some sadness and loss in there. This is a bound creativity or a repressed spirituality. Sometimes it's a repressed spiritual gift. Here we have when it's in this position, often it's a jealousy. They have some real jealousy issues whenever this one shows up in these positions. And this is a strong preference for the past. over the future. It's when someone is so stuck in their glory days that it makes it a problem. And here, on the line where it's hurting and helping, is the Jade. And that is, they're having some prosperity, but they might be letting it go to their head. Okay? Up here in the helping the situation is they're very protective. They're very protective. And they're good with money. They're good with money. They're good with making it. They're good with keeping it. They're good with growing it. They're very good with money. And there is a loved one, a probably young loved one. Again, I get the feeling touching it that this is a child. There's a very young loved one who is very dear to them, who has possibly taught them how to love, who is very good for them, Libra. That is very good for your relationship. Now, over to you. Over here, in the not working for your relationship side, these are on the line, so I'm going to read them with this one. We have a tendency towards overwork, Libra. You know, every now and then it is okay to sleep. It really is. Believe it or not. Here we have a little bit of jealousy issues going on. You're both jealous. Okay? Here we have calm. Usually this is calm. Here it is a excess of calm. Usually when we see this, there's not enough passion going into this relationship. Sometimes in a relationship, it is good to think with your heart. It is good to feel passionate about that person. It's okay. It's not going to hurt you. Here, we have my eye stone. And what is it doing? It's facing down. Which means you've closed your eyes to some situation. Something has caused you to say, I'm not looking at this. I'm not even going to look at this. This is la 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 la. I can't see you. And here, almost hiding among all these other stones, is our carnelian. And it's still on the bad side. So what am I getting from that carnelian? Anger. Something. And it's connected to, it's hiding under this change stone. This is always change. This is always massive change. It's hiding under this carnelian and the rose granite. The carnelian is change. And the rose granite is a foundation. So your foundations have shifted. And maybe they've turned to quicksand. I don't know. Your foundations have shifted and there's been a massive change. And you are angry about it. And all of this is hurting your relationship. There's also an older family member who is not helping the situation whatsoever. Okay? In things that are helping. The universe, well, that change is actually helping. You may be angry about it, but it's helping. The universe is opening your mind. It is broadening your horizon in some way. Either you're going to school and you're learning on your own, you're taking a class somewhere, you're doing a lot of reading, you know, new things are being taught to you somehow. The universe is going, look at all this wonderful things. And you're going, oh my God, yes. You're also, the waters are rough. Don't get me wrong, especially with all this change. And this is connected to all of this. Waters are rough, but you're getting through it. And you're proving that you can get through it is a good thing. Because you're showing your partner, hey, look, I'm tough. I can do this. I got this. You also have an older family member here. Probably a favorite aunt or uncle. Who is also on your side. They got you. Okay? Here in the center. With the stuff that's for both of you. Okay? Down here at the bottom, we have a little bit of envy. Maybe you're both envious of someone else. Maybe you're both envious of each other for something or another. Who knows? But there's envy. Here we have anger. What have you guys done to make each other angry? Have there been a lot of fights in the relationship? Something has made you guys angry at each other. over here. Usually this means an older female relative, but I'm not feeling that right now. I'm feeling like there's a girl who got in between you guys. And that's why you're angry. I feel like I shouldn't say that, but I feel like I should too, so I think that's why you're angry. I really do. I think that's why you're angry, Libra. Some girl got between you guys. Okay. And here, in both helping and hurting, is fluorite. And fluorite is a spiritual renaissance. It is along with the universe changing you, you're both having a spiritual growth period. You're both growing as souls. So not only is your mind experiencing a growth period, your soul is experiencing a growth period, and so is theirs. And that is both harming your relationship because it's hard. It is hard to have that growth period alone, much less trying to have it with another person who is also having that growth period. Okay? So you have to be extra supportive of each other because of that. Now, also, both harming and helping your relationship is clarity. Probably, and it's connected. It was actually touching that stone right there. So it's connected. Probably because you're both having that soul expanding experience, you're having this clarity about it. And yeah, in horror movies, there's this trope of knowing too much. And sometimes you really can know too much. They say ignorance is bliss, and they're really true about that. And maybe you know a little too much about each other because in the process of this soul recalibration, you could almost say, you're bearing your souls to one another because you're both going through this process. And so you're seeing a lot of each other. And like I said, you have to have extra support for that. Now, in the good side over here, we've got calm. There's so much calm here. This is also calm. Okay? We have past baggage. Believe it or not, sometimes baggage can work in your favor. Sometimes it can. Sometimes those lessons learned can be good. We've got creativity. We've got travel. And this is travel coming in. It's an outside influence. There's going to be some travel. And this is actually conflict. But stones, how? How can conflict be good for us? Well, I'm glad you asked. Just like not all anger is bad for you, not all conflict is bad for you. Because sometimes, like baggage, sometimes you learn from it. And all knowledge is worth having. Yes, I am a Ravenclaw. All knowledge is worth having. Sometimes you need to have that argument to get the knowledge you need to move forward. So, and the outliers. Almost forgot. We've got some outliers here. Now these are influences that are on your side. Remember, the grass is not greener. Oh my god. Okay, that is a moss agate. And that is the moss agate that always tells me the grass is greener. But I've got to tell you guys, the grass is not greener. The grass is only greener because the septic tank is buried there. You will hear me say that a lot because it's true. This is an amber. Okay, see that one? That one's an amber. Amber is something from the past coming up unexpectedly. It's going to pop up. It's not going to be good. Try to guard against it. And this is another piece of lapis. So that is another restrictive, spiritual or creative. You might have a creative block coming. You might meet someone in a church that is, You know, there's a song lyric I've always heard that said, he spoke of the gospel according to him, but there was brimstone in his throat. It could be one of those folks. Now, what fell completely out of the reading, fell off the chart entirely, was this little piece. It's one of my, let's see if I can get there. It's this little piece of quartz. It's a perfectly clear piece. You'd think it was glass if I didn't know better. Okay? It's perfectly clear. And that tells me that what you guys are completely ignoring, what's completely out of there, is clarity. You're getting some in here, but you need more of it. You need clarity. You need something to magnify, because this magnifies. It actually works as a magnifying glass. Okay? So you need more clarity in the situation. So let's see if anything else wants to talk to us. Make sure I can feel everything here. Nothing else wants to talk. So let's go on and do the three-card reading. Now, if any of this has connected with you, give me a like. Give me a share. Hit that subscribe button down there. I love hearing from you. Please, leave me a comment. I love comments. It's the best way we have of contacting you. I don't know what you're thinking unless you tell me. I may be a card reader and a stone reader, but I'm not a mind reader. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out what they're feeling, where they're feeling they're at, where you're feeling where you're at, and what the situation may turn into. Remember, you can always change your stones, your stars, and your cards. Free will is a thing. It's a thing I fully believe in. And these are only where you may go right now if you don't change anything. And, what's a reading for if not to change where you're headed, right? Okay. Now, the death card, a lot of people are scared of it. Don't be scared. That's nothing but change. Okay? They're feeling like they're not being treated fairly. They're not getting to rest. You're feeling pretty content. You're feeling like your cup runneth over. And you've got it made. And if you guys continue in this way, a lot of change is coming. A lot of change. And it may or may not be good change, but a lot of change is coming. Let's pull another card to clarify what might be coming. Okay? Now that's upside down. That's the Five of Cups. So, hopefully you won't be looking at what you left behind, but you'll be cherishing what you've got. Okay? So, I hope that helps someone. And remember, destiny is only a stone's throw away. I hope y'all have a great day, and I'll be seeing y'all Sunday.